Welcome back to Emotions Eye Films Movie Reviews. I'm thinking about changing the title of this podcast section to Pillow Talk Reviews or something along those lines, since I'm sure I'm putting you to sleep. But anyway, this is my spoiler review of Spider Man No Way Home. And yes, folks, Andrew Garfield was in the movie. And so was Tobey Maguire. But as you can tell, I'm a big Andrew Garfield fan. I personally have thought that he was the best Spider Man. I really liked Amazing Spider Man and Amazing Spider Man 2. But I could see why some fans probably wasn't into the whole Amazing Spider-Man 2. Um, if anybody listens to or wants to listen to a real movie channel, you should really go check out John Campia. He puts a awesome podcast show together, and he has said after watching No Way Home that it's official. Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man we've ever had, and I was happy to hear him say that because I also agree. Um, this movie, when I first watched it, I think I gave it like a 9 out of 10 on IMDb. After thinking about it for a while, I think I'm dropping that down to an 8. Because it, as I said in my non-spoiler review, it does have its issues, but it's not enough not to enjoy it. Um, Andrew Garfield, to me, he killed it. I mean, he was the exact same Peter Parker. It's like he hasn't been away for, what is it, 6 years? Tobey Maguire, I felt did a good job. Um, it kind of felt like it was a send off for his role. Um, Andrew Garfield, on the other hand, it felt like it was something they could continue if they want to. And apparently, according to some rumors, that's possibly going to happen. And I would be so excited if that's what happened. Um, Zendaya, I think is how you say her name. She did really well. Um, there at the end when she knew she wasn't going to know who Peter Parker was anymore. She did a really excellent job there. I really felt her performance. Willem Dafoe was, like I said in my review, was creepy. The part when Tom Holland's Spider-Man, his senses were going off when they was all in their apartment, and then you realize that William Dafoe, um, his Green Goblin was actually taken over, or who knows how long he was actually the Goblin. I thought that was creepy. Um, Marissa Tomei, if I'm saying that correctly, I'm probably going to butcher a lot of names, but her Aunt May has always been good. I thought more, I guess, into our times of how an aunt may be, but her death scene I thought was done very well. I could kind of see it coming, but the way they did it was very, I don't know if it was dark's the right word, but it was very emotional. And I kind of felt like once you realized she was about to die, they was probably going to use her to give the famous Uncle Ben speech. And I thought they handled that really well. Um, Alfred Molina was excellent as Doc Ock. He was also another um, performance that I thought picked up, right where he left off all those years ago. Jamie Foxx, he did great. His character was different from his Electro, and they kind of hint or try to explain it, but it's one of those plot details that I guess is very Marvel or comic booky, where you just kind of have to accept their explanation, which really isn't an explanation. But it's okay. I mean, it worked. Um, I'm pretty sure fans of Electro probably liked it better. One of the reasons I probably liked Amazing Spider-Man 2 is I actually liked Electro's character, even though it wasn't comic book accurate. I thought the emotion and everything that was in that character as to why he was so mad, and I don't know, I could relate to it. Just just the whole Amazing Spider-Man 2 to me, even though it had its few issues with plot and how quickly some of the villains were created, um, the movie just had so much heart, and it's just part of that was Andrew Garfield, and like at the end of the movie when the kid came out to try to face Rhino, and then he was there dealing with the fact should he still be Spider Man? He let Gwen die. Like that movie is better to me than what a lot of people give it credit for. But anyway, I'm not talking about Maybe Spider Man 2, No Way Home. J.K. Simmons, I thought, did really well. Uh, it'd be interesting to see what they do with him going forward. Um, John Favreau, as always, did excellent. I really like him as a director too. Um, Thomas Hayden, no offense to him as an actor, but I feel like he was probably the weakest villain of them all. Um, I don't know if it was just him trying to get a paycheck but I don't know. It wasn't as compelling as some of the other actors in their roles. Um, Benedict was great as Doctor Strange. Curious to see what Doctor Strange 2 is going to be like since they showed the trailer and it looked very dark. Um, but the scene that I think I liked the most was Tom Holland having to deal with Aunt May's death and him on the rooftop, and then the other two Spider-Men show up, and there was each kind of telling that they both had to lose stuff, especially Andrew. Like Andrew stole the show. I know a lot of people are saying that, and I have to agree. His performance and just partly, I'm sure it's because that's my favorite live action Spider-Man, but just his performance of him trying to tell him he know what it's like, and then Tom Holland was like, "You don't know what it's like. There's no way," and he just like, "Okay, you're hurting. I'm not gonna say anymore." And then when he did finally explain, what happened, and even him saying, that he went down a darker road and how he quit pulling his punches, like I would have loved to have seen that because one of the reasons why I loved Amazing Spider-Man so much, it was a darker take on the character, but not like super dark to where people who like that colorful, uppity superhero movies that they can still like it too. Um, and I really hope they do make some more in that universe because I still want to know who the guy in the hat is. uh, but anyway, No Way Home is a fun movie, even though it has its few little plot issues. It's not enough to ruin the film. Um, if you're still awake, I'm curious if you guys liked it. I don't have a lot of followers right now, but if you want to comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm putting you to sleep. Let me know if Pillow Talk movie reviews. It'll be a good um, title for this podcast show. But anyway, I'm not gonna go on anymore. As you can tell, I don't really do notes. I just kind of talk and go with the flow. Um, but are you excited that Sony may be taking them back? Are you not excited? Are you excited of possibly seeing Amazing Spider-Man 3? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, this is my spoiler review of No Way Home. If you made it through, give a thumbs up. If you did, well, I guess you can't do dislikes anymore. Oh well, you can put a thumbs down in the comments section. How about that? Until next time.